What is quantum energy healing anyway? You hear about this so much on social media, but you want to know more information. In this video, I'm going to tell you what quantum energy healing is, some benefits of getting a healing session with a quantum energy healing practitioner, what you can expect through a reading, and how it actually really deeply heals my clients and how it can heal you too. To put it in easy and simple terms, quantum energy healing is a type of healing that will use your mind and energy to help your body feel better, to help your soul feel better. What is energy? Everything. Your thoughts are energy. Your intention is energy. Your love you put out is energy. The air that you breathe in and out every single day is energy. Every single thing in existence is energy. And yes, the thoughts you think are energy. Now, I see the quantum field as this infinite amount of space. I see it as dark black, like there's no light inside of there, yet you can see inside of this quantum space. And I see it as infinite timelines, infinite possibilities, infinite hope, infinite joy, love, gratitude. And when you connect your thought into this energy, your thought energy into this energy, that is how things change, that is how things heal, that is how things move forward. So you would imagine your body as like this network of invisible energy pathways. And when those pathways get clogged or stuck, maybe through stress or negative situations, maybe you have a job that just really drains you every day, over time, those things are going to start to clog these energetic pathways in the body. They can be clogged through negative thoughts, negative self-doubt. They can be clogged through limiting beliefs that you've carried and maybe you don't even know you have. There's a lot of things that can clog up these energetic pathways in the body. Your body has what's called meridians in them, and I see these energetic pathways as those meridians. They move throughout your body and they go throughout your body in many different pathways. It's very fascinating. I highly recommend that you look up the meridian system in the body. But I see, as a quantum energy healing practitioner, I see your meridians when I connect to you, so I can see where your clogs are, where that energy is stuck in your body, but I see them through the meridians of the body. Quantum energy healing is like clearing out those meridians, seeing those clogs come out, visualizing that stuck, limiting, gross belief energy getting out of there. It's visualizing, which is also energy, thinking with an intention, which is also energy, inside the quantum field to send the intention and that energy to another person who is also connected to you through the quantum field to be able to help them heal. So I, as the practitioner, when I have a client, I connect to their energy through this quantum field because we are all part of this quantum field. I see the quantum field as God, as source, as the divine, however you want to call that is perfectly okay. I see this field as that because we come from that. We are connected to that. We are that. You are the quantum field. You are the source energy. You are the creator. And since we come from that, when we think thoughts that project into that, we can then connect to other people all over the world. We can change energy all over the world. So when I have a client, I connect to them. I see them in front of me. We get on Zoom. And because I connect to the quantum field, where your energy and my client's energy also is, because we are of that field, we are connected to it at all times, I can change that field to help my client heal and move forward. So we will have a session where my client tells me what they're experiencing in their life. We'll talk for about 30 minutes. And then the other 30 minutes are going to be me in the quantum field visualizing, changing, and helping my client. So what are the benefits of getting a quantum energy healing session done? There are a lot of benefits with a quantum energy healing session. The first one's going to be physical healing. So quantum energy, it may relieve pain, stress. It helps you support overall health. It reduces those energetic blockages, and your body just feels better. I've had a client come to me for muscle pains and muscle aches in their physical body. And through doing a quantum energy healing session, they said the next day that their muscles weren't 100%, but that they have tried every pill, they've tried every protein shake, they've tried every stretch, and nothing worked until I went into the quantum energy field with my energy of intention, visualization, and thought, and helped them heal that. That's amazing that our thoughts in the quantum field, which we are a part of, which you are and I are connected through, can help heal somebody that's not even anywhere near me. How fascinating is that? Something else that I love about quantum energy healing is that it's an emotional and mental well-being. It helps you heal those areas of your life. And as a coach who focuses on helping people heal themselves on a deep level, this is why I love quantum energy healing. It's the emotional and mental well-being that it helps bring you. And it can do this because it helps you with this by releasing any traumas, limiting beliefs. It improves your mental clarity. It can help you understand a part of yourself, and it helps you understand that you are part of a greater whole. We all come from one source. The quantum energy field is one source. We come from one source. Everything in the world is connected to this one source. So you and I are connected. You are me, I am you. We are one humanity together. And when you do quantum energy healing, you start to realize that, you start to see that. And there's an emotional and mental clarity that comes about you after you have a session because you feel those limiting beliefs leaving your body. You feel those traumas and those pains, not that you forget them, but you release them and let them go. I have a podcast called Soul Care Intuitive Podcast where I talk about how I forgave the woman that killed my father. It's coming out on November 24th. It's really powerful about emotional and mental clearing of pain and trauma and how we don't forget, but when we release those things from our body, the freedom that comes with that is unexplainable. So check that episode out, November 24th. I talk about how I forgave the woman that killed my father. It really kind of ties into this. It also has a benefit of spiritual growth. And I see this as like a heightened sense of purpose, a spiritual connection, or an understanding of the self as part of a greater whole that we kind of just explained. And I want to talk about that because when you're clearing these meridians of junk and garbage you don't need, limiting beliefs, blockages, clogs, you're opening yourself up to a greater connection. You're opening yourself up to more. You're opening yourself up to spirit, to God, the divine, however you see that. And when you have more room for love and joy, happiness, and compassion, you start to spiritually evolve. When you're stuck in those clogs, you can't see a bigger picture because you have those clogs. But when you go through a quantum energy healing session and those things are removed, and they're not removed in one session, sometimes it takes people one session, sometimes it takes people several, sometimes it takes people a couple months. It just depends on the person. But after you've gone through a session and you've cleared those blocks, you feel euphoric. And I myself have experienced this. So that euphoric feeling of having your energy start moving again in a beautiful and positive flow instead of being clogged, there's no feeling like that. So it does help you have a more spiritual connection because you're opening your body up to more love, light, joy, happiness, gratitude. And when those things start to happen in your field, you start getting higher consciousness. You start ascending higher because you're not weighted down by those clogs or those blocks. What is the difference between a group quantum healing session or a one-on-one session? So in a group quantum healing session, the practitioner is going to direct healing energy to the collective, to everybody that's within this group, of the energy field that they are all connected to. Remember, we're all connected to one energy source. And when you set the intention to connect to that source for the whole group, you're setting an intention to work on a specific energy group, and everybody will have the same energy healing because we're all connected to that group. Group sessions, they focus more on a shared intention. For example, we could do a group quantum healing on the heart where we would focus solely on healing the heart. And I, as the practitioner, is going to connect to this whole group and send that quantum healing to everyone's heart. But where it differs from a one-on-one session is that I'm just going to focus my attention on clearing blockages in everyone's heart. And I will visualize that and see that in my mind. But when you're in a one-on-one session, I'm going to sit down with you and we're going to talk through everything you're feeling in your heart. We're going to get to the bottom of those limiting beliefs. We're going to dig personally into you to heal those things specific to you. So one-on-one healing is like really highly personalized, whereas a group is just set with one single intention to heal parts of their heart, for example, to heal their liver, for example. I offer quantum healing sessions for free in a group setting quite often, so make sure to check my website. I do post those a few times a year where I will do free quantum energy healing sessions for a group based on a specific intention. So when you're in a group, it's just energy sent to the whole group. It's not personalized. We're not reaching your specific limiting belief. We're not reaching your specific pain or trauma, but we're sending energy to that part of you to help it open and clear and feel better. So a group session is really, really powerful because you have a lot of people setting the same intention. And the more you have energy going to the same intention, the stronger that force of energy of that healing is. I've done group sessions with about 50 people in it, and you can almost feel like a magnet of energy pulling and pushing the energy. It's so amazing because when you have lots of people focused on the exact same intention, it amplifies and intensifies that energy. So a group healing session is super powerful. But if you're looking for individualized sessions, that's where you're going to get to the deep root of your problems. That's where you're going to dig into the depths of those limiting beliefs and get them out of there. I hope that makes sense. Recently, I had a beautiful client connect with me talking about how she can't get over her ex and she wants to move forward so badly. She has left that behind in memory, in thought, in what she is consciously aware of. She's like, I don't even think about it anymore. But subconsciously, which your subconscious runs 95% of the show, you're only conscious of 5% of the things happening in your life. Subconsciously, she was still holding on to that block. So when I connect to the quantum field and connect to her energy and I do a scan of her body, I saw a rock, a literal rock sitting in her heart chakra. And this rock was symbolization that she had hardened herself because of this relationship and because she couldn't soften, I guess, or loosen that rock in any way, she wasn't able to open her heart to anything else. And that rock was lying heavy on her heart. You know that expression, things that are heavy on my heart. Those are things that you're constantly thinking about, whether you're conscious of doing it or not, constantly thinking about and leaving that pain, that issue to be right there, right on your heart where you need that in order to move on, in order to love yourself. So when I'm in the quantum field doing a healing on her, I scan the body and I see this rock and I immediately see a chisel coming in and chiseling this rock and it's breaking and it's fractalizing, whatever. It's like fracturing in many different places. And I just stay in this quantum field until I see that the visualization is over. Spirit guides me, God, source, however you see that higher power guides me and will allow me to see in my vision when it's done. And then I kind of just get this knowing that it's done. And so I'm seeing this rock be chiseled and chiseled and chiseled away until it's gone and it's just dust. And then I envision the dust blowing away out of her heart chakra. And that's how I know as a quantum energy healer that energy is then gone. Now, I know that sounds like so woo-woo and so crazy, but think about this. Your visualizations, what you see is energy. Your thoughts are energy. Your intention is energy. So when I set the intention to connect to my client through this quantum field that we are all connected to at all times, and I set the intention to connect to her. I immediately get her information sent to me because I have the intention put out to connect to her. And then my thoughts and my visualizations, because they are energy, mixing in with the energy of the quantum field, my intention and vision of seeing this rock be gone so that she can move on and heal is what is helping her body move on and heal. I know it sounds totally woo-woo, and for me at first, I thought it was a little bit far-fetched. I really did. Until I started talking to other practitioners who do quantum energy healing and hearing some of their stories. Then I started reading Dr. Joe Dispenza books, who he really talks about the quantum field, and it's so fascinating. I also started reading books by Dr. Deepak Chopra, who explains the quantum field and quantum energy healing so well. And then once I started practicing and getting in a group to learn how to do it, it just blew me away, the things that were happening. And so I saw this client about 2 weeks ago, and she told me just yesterday, which is so amazing, that she started getting into a dating app. And she had been so afraid to do it before because she didn't want to be disappointed. She didn't want to be let down. She didn't want to be hurt. So she ignored it and pushed it to the side. And what have we learned on this channel? When you ignore things, you're just burying them down. They're not going away. And they will come up to, quote, bite you later on. So we don't want to ignore. We want to get rid of. And it was a huge victory for her that she could even start this dating app, even log into it. Because before she was so afraid to do so, but after this energy healing, this quantum energy healing, it changed a part of her soul. It changed a part of her body. It allowed her to open up. It allowed her to see more clearly and have that weight lifted off of her chest. It just gave her new perspective. I will say, as a quantum energy healer, that I'm just the practitioner. I'm just there to help you heal, but the real, true, and deep healing is going to come from you, the client, the student. It's going to come from you not going into the same old patterns. It's going to come from you realizing what triggers you and not allowing it to keep doing that. It's going to come from you saying, I will not stand for this anymore. I actually had another client who had an arrow through her heart. And when I connected to her energy through the quantum energy field, I saw this arrow literally through her heart. I ended up breaking it and pulling it apart and watching it come out of her body. And then I healed that part of her with this white golden light that I saw in the quantum energy field. And she felt so much better afterwards. And she even took a really deep breath when I pulled it out. It was so crazy, so cool. However, after the session and she was feeling better for about a week or 2 weeks, she reached out to me again and wanted another session because she said she'd fallen back into the same patterns. She was allowing herself to be manipulated by the same person who was already hurting her before, and she fell back into it. And when I connected to her field again, I started to see the arrow reforming. I'm not kidding you, starting to see it reform because she went back into the same patterns. So when you're getting quantum energy healing, all I can do as a practitioner is set the healing up for you by visualizing the rock that I see, by visualizing that arrow coming out. All I can do as the practitioner is set you up for success and help you heal that energy. All the rest of it is going to be up to you. You have to make the decision that you are not going to put your life back where it was, and instead you're going to move forward. You have to make the decision that you're not going to fall back into those triggers, those patterns, those harmful situations. And then you're going to start to see that that energy healing is really progressing you and pushing you forward in so many beautiful ways. If you want to do a quantum energy healing session with me, I have them available on my website. All the links, of course, as always, are down below in the description. I cannot wait to answer your questions about quantum energy healing. Leave them down in the comments. So happy to respond, and I'll see you in the next video, my lovely friend.